Hello everyone, welcome to the practice section of How to Read Music Lesson 1. All right. So, first things first, tendency skills. All right. So we're looking at this tendency skills packet, exercise 1. And in exercise 1, I see that there are no sharps or flats in the key signature. And I know that that is a special rule that means C is do. When there's no sharps or flats in the key signature, then C is do. And I know that every good boy does fine. And I know that below E is D and below D is C. So I know that the legend line below the staff is do. And I see that my starting note is on the ledger line below the staff, so I know that my starting note is also do. And in this packet, I see that the solfege syllables are written in underneath the notes. And when I say solfege syllables, I mean do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Those are called solfege syllables. So those are written in below the notes because when you're first starting out reading music, it's just not in your muscle memory yet to see that you're in the key of C, meaning that C is do, and that the second line, or G, is sol. So before it's in your muscle memory, it's a good idea to write in your solfege syllables or the first letter of the solfege syllables until you get into the swing of things, okay? So exercise 1, C is do. And in this packet, I see that there are some different shaped notes. So for example, there is a note head with a stem that's colored in and a note head with a stem that is not colored in. And those represent two different durations or lengths of notes, but we have not gone over rhythm or the duration of notes yet. So bear with me for this exercise. Just try to follow along and think about what note in the scale you're on, what solfege syllable you're on, and try to follow along with me. Maybe watch the first time and listen to me sing it, and then watch again and try to sing along. Do. One, two, ready, go. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, do, sol, fa, mi, re, do. So there you have exercise 1. I'm going to turn off the metronome. And I'm going to look at exercise 5. In exercise 5, I see that there is one flat in the key signature, and I know that when I'm in a flat key, that the last flat is always fa. And below fa is mi, and below mi is re, and below re is do. So now I've found do, and do is on the first space, which is also F, because F-A-C-E spells face, and face rhymes with space. So I know that the first space on the treble clef is do. And I see that my starting note is on the first space. So I know that my starting note is also do. Do. 1, 2, ready, go. Do, do, re, do, sol, sol, sol. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, sol, do. There you go. All right, now I'm gonna go to the next page. Oh my word. And on the next page, I'm going to look at exercise number 4. And on exercise number 4, it says sing the solfege without writing it in. But for this video, I'm going to write in the solfege because I think that when you are in the very beginning of your music reading journey, that you should set yourself up for success and write in your solfege as long as you need to until you really get the hang of knowing what notes on the staff are your solfege syllable in that key. So, in exercise number 4, I see that there are 2 sharps in the key signature. And I know that the last sharp is always T. And if I go up from T, I will get Do. So I know that the 3rd line from the bottom is Do. And I know that every good boy does fine. Therefore, D is Do. And because I know that the bottom line is E, and that the note right below E is D, I know that my starting note is also Do. All right, and now I can write in my solfege from there. All right. Do. 1, 2, ready, go. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. All right. Okay. Now I'm going to switch over to another piece of paper. The third system of music right there. And it says tone 1, other sticker arc endings before the final ending. So I'm going to read this one to give you a picture of what a little bit of reading tone 1 would sound like in Byzantine tone 1. So, first of all, I see that this excerpt has 1 flat in the key signature. And if I have a flat in my key signature, I know that it is the last flat, and the last flat is Fa. And I know that below Fa is Mi, and below Mi is Re, and below Re is Do. So I know that the first space is Do, and that because face rhymes with space, I know that F is Do. And I see that my starting note is not on Do. My starting note is 1 note above Do, which means that my starting note is Re. So now I can write in my solfege. Right? And this exercise Well, this excerpt is a little bit more difficult than the last couple ones, so I'm not going to highlight along because that is going to make me sing it wrong. So sing along if you feel comfortable doing that, or you can just listen to me sing through this, and I'm just going to give you a picture of what it would sound like when you're sight reading in tone 1. Re. 1, 2, ready, go. Re, mi, re, do, do, ti, do, re, do, ti, la, la. Re, mi, re, do, ti, la, ti, do, re, mi, re, do, ti, la, la. So there you have it. There's the practice exercise for lesson 1. So now we know how to find do so that we can start reading our own music, and come back for the next episode where we will learn about rhythmic values and the duration of notes. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.